All right, welcome to your strength and conditioning, and today it is all Tabata work. We got 4 Tabata circuits that we're gonna run through, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Each Tabata has 4 exercises. Each Tabata circuit gets done 3 times, so let's warm up. We got 10 jumping jacks. Whether you wanna do 10 high impact or 10 low impact jacks, up to you. And then once you have done your 10 jacks, we're gonna alternate 10 front lunges. Keep the lunge nice and small. Again, warming up, hips, knees, and ankles. I still want you to keep that posture nice and tall. Still want you to keep those abs tight as you drop that back knee. 5 lunges on the left, 5 lunges on the right. Once you have done that, we're gonna move into leg swings front and back. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, find a wall or a chair, but get the eyes on to a focal point that will help with your balance. Keep those abs nice and tight, swing the arms with the leg, and we're doing 10 swings per side. And then once you have done your 10 leg swings, we're gonna come down onto the floor. High plank position, so we're on our hands, we're on our toes. And if coming right down onto the floor is not an option, I want you to elevate your hands onto a first or second step of a staircase, a coffee table that's nice and solid, or a workout bench. So we're gonna come down onto the floor, hands and toes, take one foot, step it nice and wide to the same hand, take that hand, open up towards your ceiling, step that foot back, same thing on the other side. Eyes follow the hand, getting a nice stretch through that shoulder, hip, and chest. Doing 10 rotations total, so 5 on the left and 5 on the right. And once you have done your 10, I want you to stay down in your high plank or push-up position, finishing off with either 10 plank toe taps or 10 plank jacks. So jump or step the feet out to the side, 10 reps, and then we get to rock and roll. Perfect. All right, so 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're gonna need 2 dumbbells for the first circuit. First 20 seconds, we're gonna do some squats. Second 20 seconds, we're gonna do some Arnold shoulder presses. Then we hit the deck, we got push-ups for round 3, and then we're gonna do some overhead sit-ups for round 4. And again, with the overhead sit-ups, you don't have to use weight if you don't want to, but grab 2 dumbbells for me. We're gonna just keep the weights just right by the side. That is it, 20 seconds on the clock. Here we go, shoulders down and back. Grab a seat, come on up. Keep the weight through the heels. Shoulders are pulled back, eyes stay up. Nice tall posture. Squeezing that butt as you stand up. I only need 3 more seconds. Good. All right, whether you use the same weight or not, up to you, but I need your hands up to the collarbone. Palms are gonna face, knees soft. I want you to tuck that pelvis in. Pull apart, press overhead, and then come right back down. Good. Watch that you're not arching the back to get that dumbbell or dumbbells overhead. If you need to alternate, go for it. If you find that you need to add a bit of a push press, totally fine. 2 more seconds. Let's hit the deck. So we got push-ups and then that overhead sit-up, so you know where we're heading. All right, knees or toes, feel free to elevate the hands. Drop that chest straight down, push away from the floor. Again, tuck the pelvis in. You're gonna feel your butt squeeze. You're gonna feel your abs tighten up. Keeping that back nice and flat. Hips square to the floor. I need about 3 more seconds and we're gonna roll it over. All right, 1 dumbbell between the hands if you want to use a weight. We're gonna have the weight straight up above the chest. Straight legs easier, bent legs a bit harder. Push your back into the mat, sit it up, reach the weight to the ceiling, roll it back down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Making sure that you're using the abdominals to lift the shoulders and you're not swinging yourself up with the dumbbell. All right, you ready to rinse and repeat? Come on up. Starting with those squats, if you want to go heavier or lighter, you can. Shoulders are back. Here we go. Grab a seat, come on up. Now that you're a bit more warmed up, see if you can sit a little deeper into the squat. You may kind of hold out for a second, and then come on up. Give that body some time to adjust to a deeper range. In 3, 2, perfect. We got those Arnold presses. Hands are up, palms face the collarbone, knees soft, tuck that pelvis in. You ready? Here we go. Up and overhead, come on back down. Watch the back. Make sure you're not arching to lift the weight. I need about 10 more seconds. We hit the deck. We have those push-ups and overhead sit-ups. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, knees or toes or elevate the hands off the floor. We got about 3 seconds, so let's hit the deck. Here we go, drop that chest, come on up. Make sure you tuck that pelvis in. You're gonna feel your butt tighten up, keeping those hips nice and square. Remember, push-ups are simply a moving plank. So you wanna keep that nice, tall posture as you move up and down with the push-up. All right, flip. Add that weight if you were using. Straight legs easier, bent knees a bit more of a challenge. Hands above the chest. Push your back into that mat, sit it up. Roll back down under control, good. Make sure you just don't flop back down to the mat. Use those abs to control the body as you lower. And when the timer goes, we gotta do this one more time. Starting with those squats, come on up. Now again, you can go heavier or lighter with your weight. You can even go body weight if you need to. So, here we go. Let's grab a seat in that invisible chair. Weight through the heels of the feet. Push the floor away with those feet, squeezing that butt on the way up. Keeping your eyes up, chest up. 5 more seconds. One more time with that Arnold press. Good. A little shake out for a second. All right, we got 5 seconds. Let's get that weight up. Soften the knees. Tuck that pelvis under. You can stagger the feet if that feels more stable for you. Good. Getting those dumbbells right together at the top. Thinking bicep to ears. 5 more seconds. One more time with those push-ups and overhead sit-up. You got it. All right, push-ups, my friends. Knees, toes, or elevate those hands, whatever works for you. In 3, 2, here we go. Drop that chest. Make sure you've tucked that pelvis under. You can feel the abs are engaged. Your butt is tight and your hips are square. Good. I only need about 5 more seconds and we're gonna flip it over. One more time with that overhead sit-up. Perfect. Grab that weight if you're using. If not, you're just gonna keep your hands above the chest with no weight. All right, you ready? Push your back into that mat. Use those abs to lift the shoulders up and to control on the way down. Last time here, we're gonna take a quick water break and then we get to move on. There it is. All right, come on up. Grab some water for me and we're gonna need 1 dumbbell. So what's gonna happen is 1 weight between the hands. Get your feet a little bit wider, but you're gonna do a squat, stand, and then a front shoulder raise with the dumbbell. Then you can either use a dumbbell or a kettlebell. We're gonna alternate 1-arm snatches overhead. Then we're gonna alternate wood choppers from left to right. You're gonna need 2 dumbbells for your last move, which is a bent over row for the back. All right, so let's grab 1 weight for me. Here we go. Grab a seat, stand up nice and tall, bring the weight up just parallel with the floor. Grab a seat, stand tall, parallel with the floor. Now as you stand up and lift the weight, make sure you're not doing this. Walk the abs in, tuck that pelvis, bring the weight up, then release. All right, you ready to snatch? So again, if you want to make a weight change, you can. We switch hands at the bottom or at the floor. All right, grab a seat, zip up that coat, pop it overhead, set it down, switch hands. Up, pop, and down. So it's a nice fluid motion from floor to ceiling. Eyes up, hips back. Good. Keeping that weight close to the body for me. All right, one dumbbell between the hands, half squat, rotate hip, knee, and ankle to throw it over the shoulder. You ready? Grab a seat, wood chop. Grab a seat, wood chop. Eyes need to follow your weight. Keeping those abs nice and tight. Make sure you're rotating hip, knee, and ankle. Good, 5 more seconds. We're gonna need 2 dumbbells for the bent over row. And you've got 3 choices for the row. You can go wide, which is the hardest. You can twist the weights up or keep it nice and narrow and neutral. Knees soft, push the butt back. Roll those shoulders back, drive the elbows up, come on. Belly button's pulled up into the spine. Now eyes are on the floor, keeping that spine nice and neutral so I'm not all rounded. I need about 5 more seconds and we are back to the top. Woo. All right, 1 dumbbell between the hands. Squat with that front shoulder raise. Again, watch the back. Lock those abs in. You ready? Grab a seat. Come on up. Good. So you should really feel those abdominals engage as you bring that weight out in front. Aiming for parallel with the floor, that's it. Sit that butt back for the squat, and I need 5 more seconds. Moving into the snatch again. Whew. Make any weight changes if you want. I'm gonna go up here a little bit. In 3, 2, switch hands at the bottom. Here we go, grab a seat, zip up that coat, punch the ceiling. Good. Take your time. If you want to take a little pause at the top, do it. If you need to take a little pause at the bottom to switch hands, go for it. I got 5 more seconds. Come on. From here, we go back to those wood choppers. Good. 1 dumbbell between the hands. Alternating left and right. All right, knees are soft. Keep those shoulders pulled back. Grab a seat, throw. Rotating hip, knee, and ankle. Eyes are gonna follow your weight. Keeping those abs nice and tight. Good. We got about 5 more seconds. We're moving fast today. We have our bent over row for the back. Nice. 2 dumbbells. Wide, twisting or narrow, or do a combination of all 3. So, knees soft, butt back. Roll the shoulders, let's drive those elbows up, come on. Feel that upper to mid back contract. Shoulder blades are gonna come together. Hold for an extra second at the top. If that helps you feel the contraction a little bit better, and watch your back, don't let it round out. In 3, 2, last round. Squat with that front shoulder raise. 1 dumbbell between the hands. Get your feet a little bit wider for me. You ready? Grab a seat, stand, and lift. Good. Watch your posture. Make sure that back is not arching as you lift. Good. Tight abs, good. 5 more seconds. That is it. We go back to the snatch. 1 more time, come on. All right, you ready? Grab your weight, alternating left and right, switching hands at the bottom. Here we go. Grab a seat, pop it up. Good. Keeping your eyes up, chest up, abs nice and tight, and take your time as you set up from one side to the next. There's no set number of reps, you gotta get in. I need about 5 more seconds, and we got those wood choppers next. Perfect. 1 weight between the hands, alternating left and right with these wood choppers. All right, here we go. Grab a seat, rotate hip, knee, and ankle. Sit. Nice, eyes are gonna follow your weight, keeping those abs nice and tight. Good, 5 seconds. 1 more move, bent over row for the back. 2 dumbbells. Narrow, twisting, or wide, or do a combination of all three. Knees are soft, let's push the butt back. Roll those shoulders back, drive the elbows up. Feel that upper to mid back, good. Keep your eyes on the floor, push your butt out, pull the belly button in. I need about 5 more seconds and we're gonna grab some water. In 4, 3, 2, and relax. Whew. Nice, grab some water for me and we're moving on. All right, circuit number 3. We're gonna alternate some reverse lunges. 2 dumbbells, 1 or none. Then deadlift with an upright row. So we need 2 dumbbells for that. We're gonna alternate a lateral lunge with a bicep curl. 2 dumbbells for that. And then overhead tricep extensions. 1 heavier one, or you can put 2 lighter dumbbells together. You ready? We got reverse lunges to get us started. Here we go, shoulders back, step it back, feet together. Eyes are up for me, we're not looking at our feet. Keeping our nice proud chest, so we're not hunching over the legs, so we're not coming over, we're keeping everything pulled back. 2 more seconds. All right, deadlift with the upright row. So we deadlift first, and then we lead with the elbows for the upright row. Here we go. Knees soft, push that butt back, shave the legs, get a nice stretch, squeeze your butt to stand up. Lead with the elbows, good. Aiming to get those dumbbells up towards the collarbone. You got it. I need about 4 more seconds. We get to move on. Lateral lunge with the bicep curl. So we're gonna start with our feet together. We're gonna straddle the knee with the weight as we lunge. Here we go. So lunge, feet together, twist and curl. Other side. Lateral lunge, feet together, twist and curl. Good. Keeping that nice tall posture as you do the lunge. Eyes up, chest up, pushing that hip out and back. And then twist and curl. Good. All right, overhead triceps. You can glue 2 lighter dumbbells together or grab 1 heavier weight. Get the weight behind the head. Tuck your elbows in, knees are soft. Punch your ceiling, good. Make sure again, you've tucked that pelvis in. You're gonna feel your glutes tighten up and your abs. We have about 10 more seconds and we're back to the top with those reverse lunges. In 4, 3, 2, and 1, nice. All right, reverse lunge, 2 dumbbells, 1 or none. Keeping those shoulders pulled back. Here we go, step it back. See if you can drop that back knee down a little bit closer to the floor. Still keeping your eyes up and abs nice and tight. 10 more seconds. And then from here, we do that deadlift, upright row combination in 3, 2, perfect. Weight is in front. Knees are soft. Keep those shoulders rolled back. Get ready to push your butt back behind you. Shave those legs. Here we go. Get that nice stretch. Come on up. Lead with the elbows. Good. Push that butt back. You got it. Abs are nice and tight as those hips come back. I need about 5 more seconds. Reverse lunge, that's not true. It's a lateral lunge with the bicep curl. So starting with the feet together, lateral lunge, feet together, twist and curl in the middle. Here we go. Step it out, together, twist and curl. Good. Make sure when you go into the bicep curl, you do not swing the weights up. Make sure you're in this locked in standing position. I need about 5 more seconds. And we got those triceps coming up next. All right, 2 dumbbells or 1. We're gonna get the weight behind the head. We're gonna tuck those elbows in, soften the knees, tuck your pelvis in, punch your ceiling. Good. Again, the back should not be arching as the weight comes behind the head or as you punch the ceiling. So we don't want this. Good, 5 more seconds. 1 more round, starting with those reverse lunges. Excellent. All right, last one. Reverse lunges, 2 dumbbells, 1 or none. Let's roll those shoulders back. Find a focal point for the eyes so that you don't look at your feet. Dropping that back knee down. Good. 10 seconds. Deadlift with the upright row. One more time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, nice. All right, 2 dumbbells for me, deadlift, upright row, leading with those elbows as you pull the weights up. Here we go. Shave the legs, get that stretch in the hamstring. Lead with the elbows, good. We are keeping your weight super close to the body with the deadlift and the upright row. Keeping those abs nice and tight and eyes up. 3 more seconds. Good. Lateral lunge, bicep curl. Starting with those feet together. Step it out left or right. 3, 2, here we go. Step it out, together, curl. Good. Make sure you don't swing those dumbbells up. I want you to push that hip out and back as you step out into the lateral lunge. Keeping your eyes up for me. 5 more seconds. 1 more move. Whew. Overhead triceps. 1 dumbbell or 2. Get that weight behind the head. Soften the knees. Tuck that pelvis in. Pull those elbows in. Let's punch the ceiling. Come on. You got it. Nice work. I need about 10 more seconds. That is it. And we got 1 circuit to get through, all of which is done down on the floor in 4, 3, 2, and relax. Grab some water for me. Find your mat. And the only thing you're gonna need weights for is we're gonna do some glute hip bridge chest presses, and that is it. So make sure you've got 2 dumbbells close by for that. Set mine up here. But move number 1, before we get into that, are mountain climbers. And you can always elevate the hands off the floor, and you can run it or step it. So we got mountain climbers first. Then we're gonna do our glute hip bridge chest press. Then we're gonna do some abdominal jackknives and some bicycles. These are your last 4 moves. All right, you ready? Starting with those mountain climbers. Here we go. Option 1, step those knees into the chest. Keeping your hips down, back nice and flat. Option 2, run it out. Good, still keeping those hips down, back nice and flat. We got less than 10 seconds before we roll it over. Grabbing 2 dumbbells for that chest press. Good, flip. Grab your weights. Get your hips up off the floor. Get onto those shoulder blades for me. Palms face out, press it up, bring those dumbbells right together above the chest. Come down, tap the floor, squeeze and lift again. Good. Once we are done these, we're gonna set those weights off to the side and get set up for abdominal jackknives. You can come up with 2 legs or 1. You can sit all the way up or simply lift the shoulders. All right, legs out. Hands above the chest, so option 1, singles, lifting just the shoulders. Option 2, single leg, sit all the way up. Option 3, 2 legs, all the way up. And again, we're using these abdominals to lift the shoulders and to pull those legs up. You've got 3 choices. And now we got bicycles. So, feet up, hands behind the head, push your back down into the mat. We're gonna do elbow to opposite knee. You ready? Make those legs as big or as small as you need to. See if you can get the knee and elbow to touch. Good. To make it easier, keep those legs smaller. Good. When that timer goes, we gotta flip it over. We got those mountain climbers. Remember, you can run it, step it. You can elevate the hands off the floor to make them easier. In 3, 2, here we go. Keep your eyes down, back nice and flat, so I don't want your hips up in the air. Get those hips down for me, come on. 10 more seconds. We have our glute hip bridge, chest press coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, woo. flip. Grab those weights, push through the heels, get up onto those shoulder blades, palms are out. Press all the way up. Bring those dumbbells right together above the chest, tap that floor, good. Once we're done our chest presses, we got those jackknives. You can come up with one leg, come up with two legs, sit all the way up, or just lift the shoulder. Perfect, good. Set those off, legs straight out, arms above the head. Remember, two legs are one. You can sit it all the way up or just lift the shoulders, but we're using these abs. Push them into the back or into the floor. Use the abdominals to lift the shoulders, whoops, and get those legs up. Good. We got our bicycles coming up next. Hands behind the head. Let's get those feet up. Push your back down into the mat. Elbow to opposite knee. And then one more round. Here we go. See if you can make those legs a little bit bigger. Don't worry about your speed. Control the movement. Keep your back down into the mat. Good. And when that timer goes, do a quick flip. One more time. Mountain climbers. Perfect. Run it, step it, or elevate those hands, and you can do a mix of all three if you want. You ready? Here we go. Keep those hips down for me. Shoulders away from the ears. Run it out for as long as you can, and then step it to finish off. I got less than 10 seconds. Glute hip bridge chest press coming up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flip. Grab your weights for me. Push through those heels. Get up onto those shoulder blades. Palms face out. Press it up. Bringing those dumbbells right together above the chest. Good. You got it. We've only got 2 moves left, and then we get to stretch it out. We have our jackknife and then the bicycle. There it is. Good. All right. Weights are out of the way. Legs straight out. Arms above the head. 2 legs or 1. Here we go. You can sit it all the way up, whoops, or just lift those shoulders. You choose. Either way, your abs are initiating the movement. You don't swing yourself up with those arms. Make those abs do all the work, my friends. Come on. Oh, bicycles, feet up, hands behind the head, keeping your back pushed down into the mat. I need 20 more seconds. You ready? Here it is. See if you can make those legs a little bit bigger. Come on. Last 20 seconds. And then we'll grab some water. We'll stretch it out. Come on. We've got 5 more seconds. Almost there. Ooh, perfect. I actually want you to flip it over for me to start. Flip it over. Place your hands just under those shoulders. We're gonna come up into a cobra stretch. So from here, we're gonna lift the chest as high as you can, letting those hips just sink down into the mat, getting a nice stretch all up through your midsection. Bring your eyes up towards the ceiling if you can. Hold it here, 1 or 2 nice big deep breaths. And then we're gonna flip it over into our child's pose. So we're gonna sit the hips back, extend those arms out in front, let the head relax between the arms. Again, taking 1 or 2 nice big deep breaths, getting a nice stretch through the shoulders, through the lats, that nice wide muscle in the back. And then flip it back over into cobra. So shift your weight forward, let the hips come down, and let the eyes come up. Taking 1 or 2 nice big deep breaths here. And then going back into our child's pose. See if you can sit those hips back a little bit further. Maybe reach those hands out in front a little bit further. Good. 1 or 2 nice big deep breaths. We're gonna do each move 1 more time, starting with the cobra. So let's shift our weight forward again. Drop the hips, eyes come up. Good. 1 or 2 nice big deep breaths. And then sitting it back into our child's pose one last time. From here, I want you to walk the hands either over to the left or the right of the mat, getting a little bit deeper into the one side of the back. Walk your hands back to the middle, and then same thing on the other side. Good, walk your hands back to the middle. Coming up onto your hands and knees, take one arm, thread it through, dropping the shoulder and then dropping the hip. Finding that nice sweet spot where you feel the stretch around the back of the shoulder. Hold it until any tension in that shoulder just fades away. And then you'll come back up onto your hands and knees and do the same thing on the other side. Drop the shoulder, drop the hips. Good. You got it. When you're ready, coming back onto the hands and knees, we're gonna flex the feet. We're gonna push those hips up into downward dog. Heels come into the floor. Feel free to pedal out the feet if that helps you feel your calf stretch a bit better. Head between the shoulders. From here, I want you to bring one leg up towards the ceiling. Bring that knee into the same wrist. Slide the back leg back. You can stay nice and tall as we stretch out through that hip, or you can work your way down closer to the floor to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Just holding here until any tension in that hip just goes away. And then we'll push ourselves back up into downward dog. Nice. Again, no rush, but whenever you are ready, we're gonna come back into down dog, pedal out those feet, and then we'll bring the other leg up towards the ceiling. Bring that knee into the same wrist. Slide that foot back, staying nice and tall, or working your way down closer to the floor for a deeper stretch. Hanging out here. 1, 2, maybe 3 big deep breaths, letting any tension in that hip just fade away. Good. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna pop it back up into our nice downward dog position. Pedaling out those feet one more time, and then we're gonna walk the feet towards the hands. We're gonna hang like a rag doll. I want you to open up through the shoulder blades. We're gonna arch that back. Slowly stand it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing those shoulders down and back. Interlace the hands, let's open up through the chest. So shoulders are down, we're gonna stick that chest out as far as we can. Getting a nice stretch through the chest in the front of the shoulder. And then from here, give yourself a nice big pat on the back. Let's push that elbow back, opening up a little bit through that rib cage. Switching sides whenever you are ready. And we have one stretch left, which is the quad. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, find a wall or a chair. We're gonna grab an ankle, glue the knees together, and then push that hip forward so you get that stretch right up into the hip flexor. Again, just hold it. Let any tension in that quad just fade away, and then we'll simply just switch sides. Good, grab the ankle, knees together, push the hip forward. Last stretch, and then you are done. Way to go with this Tabata. We moved quick. So job well done on that. Have an amazing rest of the day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next workout.